All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan. The political climate in the most important and significant country in the free world is deteriorating by the day. I'm sure you've heard the news about the assassination attempt on President Trump. While he was at a rally doing his political duties, a shooter fired at him while he was on stage. Witnesses claimed they saw the shooter on a rooftop and tried to alert the police and Secret Service, but initially their warnings were not heeded.
We noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely.
People were understandably alarmed, wondering how such a threat could be visible without immediate action being taken. Moments later, we heard 5 loud bangs and 1 bullet grazed past President Trump's ear. He survived, but he must have felt a stinging pain. Tragically, 1 person was killed and another was seriously injured. This event is monumental in American politics. Historically, 4 American presidents have been assassinated in the past. Additionally, Robert F. Kennedy, the brother of President John F. Kennedy, is the only presidential candidate who was assassinated while on his campaign. If the assassination attempt on President Trump's life had been successful, he would have become the 2nd presidential candidate to be assassinated. In today's polarized climate, there's constant talk of an impending civil war with both sides unable to accept a win by the other. Conspiracy theories are already rampant. Some radical Democrats claim this was a staged event to garner sympathy for Trump, while radical Republicans allege that Biden was behind the attack. Both positions are laughable and absurd. Unfortunately, we live in a world where conspiracy theories are often more robustly accepted than actual facts. What we know so far is that the shooter, identified as a known Antifa extremist, was seen on the rooftop with a rifle. There are those who believe that only the far right can commit such acts, ignoring the historical bloodshed caused by far-left movements like communism. It's futile to debate how much violence the far left is capable of when history shows it is substantial. In this environment of extreme political narratives and radical ideologies, violence is almost inevitable. Just check out a montage of these videos of leftists condoning violence towards President Trump.
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Too many see the protests as the problem. Please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Go to the Hill today. Get up in the face of some Congress people.
Running away from Donald Trump. I think you need to go back and then punch him in the face.
They go low. There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. And that.
As ugly as it looks, I do not believe anyone in the Democratic Party or the government was involved. This was an act driven by radical far-left ideology fueled by constant vitriol against Trump and his supporters. There are decent supporters on both sides, but the fringes are becoming louder and more violent. Check out this tweet by President Obama, but no one is willing to accept it. Such is the state of political affairs in America. The so-called civil war won't be initiated by those on the center-left or center-right who believe in democracy, rule of law, and justice. These political activists, while holding different foundational principles, agree on key democratic values such as the electoral process of the United States. However, their rhetoric can inadvertently escalate tensions, leading to actions by radicals like the shooter. The shooter was an incompetent extremist, and fortunately, he failed in his deadly mission. To suggest government involvement or that Trump staged this is absolutely absurd. If there were a genuine plot to kill Trump, he wouldn't have narrowly escaped with a grazed ear. And if Trump orchestrated this event, he wouldn't risk innocent lives. Trump would never do anything as absurd as that, because he knows he would be in the firing line. Sadly, 1 person died and another was severely injured. Conspiracy theories from both sides are baseless and ridiculous. Conspiracy theories that President Trump staged it himself or the government tried to take the former president out, though attractive to believe, lack evidence. The reason why I hate conspiracy theories like these is because real criminals like Andrew Tate opportunistically find an excuse to equate themselves with Trump claiming persecution. These claims are equally absurd.
If cancellation fails, they try and put you in jail. And if that fails, they kill you. I was saying this last year.
I was saying it after I rejected their money. I rejected their money to sell my soul, and I started saying on every podcast, they're going to hit me with a bullshit case. They're going to try and put me in jail. And when I got out of jail, I said on every podcast, I'm uncomfortable because I know I'm on my last life. Look what they've done to Trump. Look at it. They canceled him. They deleted him from everything. Nobody cared. It didn't work. They tried to put him in jail. That's failed. Now they killed him. You get 3 lives against these people. The second you've been canceled, next is a fucking case. And if you beat that case, they're going to put a bullet in you. It happens every fucking time.
We must adhere to facts, and without evidence, these conspiracy theories hold no weight. We can all make conspiracy theories. If I've broken the law like Andrew Tate has, and the police are closing in on me, then sure, I'll cook up anything to paint me as an innocent victim. What have I got to lose? If I'm already going to prison, why not make up as much noise as possible? This is what Andrew Tate is doing. Anytime a sex fiend or a controversial politician gets in trouble, he throws himself in the middle and says, "Oh, look, that's what they are doing to me." When in reality, Andrew Tate is a sex trafficker. There is no conspiracy behind it. No Jews or the Matrix people offered him $4 trillion as he often claims. So please, don't be a sucker for these conspiracy theories. It's going to be interesting how President Trump is going to address this assassination attempt on his life. I think he will allude to the possibility of the deep state trying to take him out, but he wouldn't say it explicitly because he knows he could get in trouble for accusing people without any evidence. So keeping his opportunistic personality in mind, he would milk this as much as possible. He would even encourage conspiracy theories through his minions, as the more Trumpians believe that this was an act of the deep state, the more beneficial it would be for Trump. Although, again, I must emphasize, he had no role in this, and he is a pure victim of political violence and political rhetoric against him. That's just dirty politics, but I urge you, not to be swayed by baseless conspiracy theories. I understand it's human nature to seek answers, but we must rely on facts. There is no other way. Distrusting the government or hating the opposing party is not a basis for believing in unfounded theories. Both far left and far right extremists are equally irrational in their beliefs. So I hope this video helps you see things more rationally. This is a developing story and more information will emerge. However, I doubt that any conspiracy theories from either side will be validated by facts. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy my content, consider supporting me on patreon.com/HarrisSultan or buymeacoffee.com/HarrisSultan. Until next time, ta-ra. If you'd like to support my work, you can become my patron by going to patreon.com/HarrisSultan, or you can simply buy me a coffee.